Everybody, welcome back to Leosophy. Got three questions this time. I'll jump right in. What is the difference between engraving and etching? Um, Engraving is when you use a tool to remove just enough metal to produce an image on something that's made out of metal or glass or some other hard surface. So it's a lot like sculpting in that sense. It's like if sculpting and painting had a kid. You're actually scraping away the material and producing an image by doing that, by subtracting from that material. Etching's a little different. Um, Usually, like wax is added to a surface, and then that's scraped out the images over top of that. Wax or some other like non-reactive substance, and then a compound like acid, for example, is added to um, the surface, and it makes the image appear. So they're actually quite different in that sense. One uses a corrosive substance, etching does, whereas engraving is just a mechanical removal of material in order to make an image. Uh, that's a pretty short question. Question number 2. Why is alcohol used in so many medicines? Um, that's a good question. There's two reasons why alcohol is used in medicines. The first is alcohol is absorbed by the stomach, so it can speed up the rate of absorption for a lot of compounds. A lot of the fast-acting formulas, especially for cough syrups and things, they're alcohol-based for that reason. Because your stomach will actually uh, absorb the alcohol, or it'll go through the stomach into the bloodstream rather than having to go all the way through the intestines. But there's a bigger reason, a more common reason, and that is a lot of compounds that are in certain drugs. If I remember right, tussin, which is a coughing aid, um, they're not water soluble. So if something's not water soluble, some other solvent has to be used, and alcohol happens to be a very useful solvent because one, it's really good at it. It absorbs just about anything. That's one of the reasons why it's so easy to make different flavored alcohols and different perfumes using alcohol as a base, because it just absorbs things. On top of that, it's also food safe for the most part. In small doses, just about anybody can have some. So as a result, it's a great solvent. So if something's not water soluble, alcohol is used as the base. Wow, another short question. Last question. Are any of your spiders poisonous? Okay, that one's going to be a little longer. One, there's a difference between poisonous and venomous. Poisonous means, and I'm not trying to be pedantic, this is good to know. Poisonous is when something is toxic if it is ingested or absorbed. So you touch something like poison ivy and you have a reaction, that's poison. If you ingest something like a poison dart frog and you die, that's poison. Venom is injected, and that's a notable difference. Like, for example, you could, unless you had like an ulcer or a cut in your esophagus, because then it would be absorbed directly into the bloodstream, you can drink snake venom, and you can drink spider venom. So venom is not the same thing. Venom is injected. It has to interface directly with your bloodstream, and as such, it's pumped in. That being said, yeah, all my it reminds me of the question: does this animal bite? Does it have jaws? Does it have teeth? Then it bites. Well, similarly, is a spider venomous? All spiders are venomous. It's necessary. Their digestion takes place externally, so they can't eat unless they use venom. The question you're probably more the question that's more along the lines of what you're actually asking is it medically significant? And the answer is not really. The worst tarantula bites can cause a person to be in physical agony for a period of days. But the most popular tarantulas in the pet trade, they're more like bee and wasp stings. Um, and no one to date has ever died on record from a tarantula bite. So that's something to know. So short answer, yeah, they're venomous. All spiders are venomous, but in this case, it's not going to kill you. That answers everything. Oh my gosh, under 6 minutes. Bye everybody.